Welcome back to the Crypto Picture channel, where I help you see crypto through a clear lens. Today we'll be going over if we're at a market top or are we simply just seeing a correction. I am still playing with a bullish bias. We're in an uptrend. We know that Bitcoin is volatile. We know that Bitcoin has deep corrections sometimes. And based on Bitcoin's history, this 20% sell-off isn't anything abnormal. We did get a pretty aggressive sell-off here on the daily, but we also saw pretty aggressive sell-offs in February. February 21st was the intermediate top there, and then we saw a huge sell-off on February 22nd and February 23rd. Then what we started seeing after that was done, we started seeing some doji candles and then a hammer candle. So what are we seeing here? We're seeing a huge sell-off, we're seeing a doji, and a potential, it still has almost a full day ahead of it, but we are potentially seeing a hammer candle being printed right now. That doesn't mean that this is the way it's going to play out. We still have a full day, as I mentioned, but looking at market cipher as well. Since we started this bull market, so if I just zoom out a little bit here, since we started this bull market, and I personally think that the bull market officially started when we crossed this 11,796 level. If you wanted to be conservative, you could say around the 12,500 level. I did like it when we broke this area. I started to get extremely bullish, telling everybody to buy. Some listened, some did not. But since then, the daily RSI on Market Cipher has remained above this level, and we're still above this level. So until we start really doing something that we have not been doing this entire trend, which is a break below this, I'm still going to be playing with a bullish bias. Does that mean I'm going to sell the absolute top? No, it does not. Does it mean that I'm going to come out with significant profits than what I started with back here? Yes, it does. Now, obviously, I know a lot of people started accumulating here, and most market participants outside of really smart money and people that were in the crypto space early on, they probably started accumulating here, and that's really unfortunate. But at the same time, this may still not be the top. I still don't think that we've seen the euphoric blow off top yet. Now, because everybody thinks that we're going to see that, this is my only negative or my only against argument. Maybe because everybody is expecting a blow off top, maybe we don't get one, right? And that's something that we have to come to terms with, that may not happen. And the blow off top has always traditionally been the most lucrative time for people that got into the market fairly early or earlier than the euphoric top and had a systematic approach to taking profits, or in other words, a strategy. So looking at Market Cipher here, I wouldn't really start to get even short to midterm bearish unless we started breaking below this 60 level here on this red line right here. I've been using this red line as well because this is one that I manually put in because it has shown to be very good support level. So I do like this one as well, but I think the most significance lies with this lower one down here. So as of right now, I'm still playing with a bullish bias. I still believe that we can have the market bottom, or this correction to bottom out in this region. I've gone over in previous videos how important the 50,391 level is, which is the wick from this particular candle right here, which marked the bottom on March 25th. And I've also gone over the significance of this candle right here, which was our bottom on February 28th. This would probably get us out of this zone here. So I would definitely look to, again, this isn't financial advice. This is just my opinion. I personally will probably look to de-risk in this area. I have also closed a lot of my alt positions, and I haven't put them in cash because, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I did take profit when we were in this area right here around $61,000. I told a lot of my Patreons and the people in my premium group that I would be taking profits here. The link is down below in the description if you're interested in that. This isn't because I thought we were at a market top. It's because I'm about 10x up on my account and I took 10% to pay my initial investment back. So I am currently able to be a little less emotional emotional than probably some of you even watching, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that you are emotional, but there are going to be a lot of emotions running high here, especially for people that bought in this region for the first time. This is probably one of the biggest sell-offs that they've seen since they bought for some people. So what I look at here is, okay, so we got a huge sell-off here, same thing, apart from we had a way bigger run up here. So the sell-off is going to be more volatile here, and people expected it. A lot of people expected that, okay, I think we're getting ready for 20-30%, maybe even 40% pullback, and that is what we got here. We got about a 26% pullback. So here we haven't really run as hard, so I'm okay saying that this correction is enough of a pullback to the point where we can start to get bullish upon confirmations. Not right now, don't try to catch a falling knife, because if we do go through this level, it may come down here very, very quickly. So on a weekly perspective, we haven't really broken any market structure. For this week, it still hasn't closed. I would love for this candle, if this candle closes above this area right here, the blue line that I've put here, which is roughly the $55,348 level, this would also make me feel a lot better about my positions. And the reason being is because we still would not have seen a candle close below this level in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. So that would be pretty significant as well. And this would close out as a bullish hammer candle if we could get a little bit higher here. So I do like that, and I think that there is still a reason to be bullish in this market. So with all that being said, and I really wanted to stick to Bitcoin today because at the end of the day, Bitcoin is our oscillator in this market. So no matter what you're bullish on, everything revolves around Bitcoin, whether you like it or not. If Bitcoin starts going down, other alts are going to start going down regardless. Could we get a couple of, needles in a haystack that outperform the rest of the market? Absolutely, for sure. Really, to be honest, Bitcoin should and is your oscillator for everything else. If we really start seeing Bitcoin break bearish, then you know that you need to de-risk yourself. For me, from a trading perspective, in times like this, I like to put all of my coins into Bitcoin. I might miss a 10-20% move, but at the same time, on the downside, if Bitcoin goes down 10% or 15% like it did the other day, some of these altcoins drop like 30-40%, 35. Sure, they recovered quickly, but on average, most altcoins drop twice as fast as Bitcoin. So even though you may miss a little bit of a move to the upside, you may also see less volatility to the downside. So it does have, in my opinion, a break even where, sure, you could see less gains to the upside, perhaps a 10 or 20% based on my trading strategy. For you, maybe more, but I know when things are about to go bullish and I can quickly make that adjustment when necessary. But at the same time, when you start going down, you are going to see less volatility to the downside. And that's what really, really counts, because 20% knock off of your capital, like your dollar value, or let's say a 30%, that's significant. And it's a lot harder to make the money back than it is to preserve your capital, get into a altcoin that's maybe moved 10 or 20% higher versus Bitcoin, but you still would be looking at potentially 30, 40%, 50% gains in that altcoin, some 100% plus. I would rather get 50% gains on, let's say, $1,000 instead of 50% gains on $700, right? You're still going to make that money back. And a lot of people don't understand this, and it's a pretty valuable lesson. When in doubt, you can either go into cash, but in a bull market, in my opinion, I don't really like to do that, because if you miss a big move, then you're kind of losing your units or your coins, right? So you're decreasing your portfolio size in Bitcoin. Now, if you move to Bitcoin, if the market starts taking off, Bitcoin will also move up. So it is a little bit of a nice safe haven, if you would, right? Like, so anyways, I don't want to go bore you guys with that too much, but just think about it a little bit. It is something that I've done religiously with my trading account. I am still holding all my long-term hold altcoins that I got at very desirable levels. My Polkadot, my Chainlink, my Cardano, Ethereum, and a couple of others like Uniswap and stuff like this. But for the most part, I am in Bitcoin for my trading account. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that you found some value today. I hope that you are able to make more conscious decisions after watching this video. And that's my whole aim, is to be able to provide you guys with value and confidence in your strategies, whatever they may be. So as I said earlier, Discord link is down below if you want to join the community. And with that being said, guys, we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.